Acha, before I start, Eid Mubarak to everyone. Now, last lecture, we finished this lesson called lenses. If you can recall, we had learned some eye defects. We learned about myopia, जिसमें the person can see nearby objects clearly, but far away objects are unclear. Then we studied about hypermetropia, where the person can see far away objects clearly, but cannot see nearby objects clearly. Then we did something called presbyopia, which generally occurs in old age, for which the person wears bifocal glasses. And also we discussed something called cataract. And I had told you all that there are some difficult ray diagrams, which we will teach you all once the lockdown ends and once the live lectures, the classroom live lectures begin. Now, today we are starting with a new lesson. So before I share my presentation, in fact, as I share my presentation with you all, I want you all to be ready with your notebooks and a pen. We need to do a lot of writing today. So quickly grab your pen and your notebook. Okay. So I hope everyone is ready with your notebooks and pen. Now you will write only when I ask you all to write, because there is a way I want you all to write whatever I dictate today. All right. But as you can see in front of you, there is a beautiful image of a solar system. Now, all the planets are revolving around the sun in different orbits. And this revolution is only possible because of a special type of a force. And that force is called gravitational force. And more about gravitational force, children, we will study in this lesson. And the name of this lesson is at the top, gravitation. But so this is the first lesson of your Science 1 textbook. And trust me, it is going to be a very interesting lessons because we are learning some new and exciting things about in this lesson. So let's start with this lesson, gravitation. Now, obviously, as the name suggests, in this lesson, gravitation, we will be learning about a special type of force in detail, and that force is called as gravitational force. Now, I hope at this age you all know this, that gravitational force for the very first time was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. And I'm sure everyone knows the story of how gravitational force. One day he was sitting under an apple tree, he was doing his work. Suddenly, an apple came and fell on his head. And this is how he started thinking, and this is how he discovered gravitation. But I want you all to look at that apple tree and look at that Newton. See, I want you all to analyze the situation. Apple comes and falls on his head. Now, when apple came and fell on his head, this Newton started thinking कि apple ऐसे नीचे के direction में क्यों गिरा? Apple ऐसे right क्यों नहीं गया? Left में नहीं गया? ऊपर क्यों गया? Why does it only have to fall down? After lots and lots of thinking, he realized that apple falls down because Earth is attracting this apple. And this attraction is possible only because of a force, और उसने वो force को नाम दिया gravitational force. I repeat, उसने वो force को नाम दिया gravitational force. Then उसने और सोचा. He thought that according to his third law of motion, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. ये तो हमने 9th में ही पढ़ा है. तो अगर Earth apple को attract कर रहा है, तो उल्टा भी होना चाहिए. Apple should also attract the Earth. So then he came to a conclusion that not only does the Earth attract the apple, but also apple attracts the Earth. And again, this force is called as gravitational force. उसने और सोचा. And finally, he came to a conclusion कि not only do the apple and Earth attract each other, सिर्फ apple और Earth एक दूसरे को attract नहीं करता है. In reality, every object in the universe attracts every other object. Universe का हर एक object हर दूसरे object को attract करता है with a force, और force को हम लोग बोलते हैं gravitational force. You know, with keeping this in mind, Newton did many experiments, and finally he gave us a law. This law is called as Newton's law of gravitation. Children, this is a very important law in the world of physics. Newton's law of gravitation. This Newton's law of gravitation is also called as the universal law of gravitation. Why universal? Because it is applied, it can be applied anywhere, irrespective of the conditions. irrespective of the situations. So Newton's law of gravitation. Now पहले हम लोग ये लॉ का स्टेटमेंट देखेंगे, फिर ये स्टेटमेंट समझने का ट्राई करेंगे, and then we will look at the mathematical formula for this law. But let's first see the statement of Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. बच्चों बिना कुछ समझे, without understanding, I want you all to read this law loudly once with me. 1, 2, 3, start. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now, students, let's first understand the statement, and to understand this, I want you all to look at the first line only. Look at the first line. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. मतलब simple है, universe का हर एक object हर दूसरे object को attract करता है with a definite force. But then children, I have some questions, I have some queries here. See, right now everyone is sitting in a room. So your body is an object, the wall of the room is an object. अब न्यूटन ने बोल दिया every object attracts every other object. That means the wall is attracting you, you are attracting the wall. So you should just go and fly and stick to the wall. लेकिन I hope ऐसा कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. Take some other example. You go out on the road. Road पे car is an object, your body is an object. न्यूटन ने तो बोल दिया every object attracts every other object. So you should attract the car should attract you. So you should just go and fly and stick to the car. लेकिन have you seen on road people sticking to cars, buses and bikes? No, right? इसका जो रीजन है ना, वो न्यूटन ने सेकेंड लाइन में दिया है. फोर्स तो है, लेकिन दिस फोर्स डिपेंड्स ऑन समथिंग. दिस फोर्स, लुक एट द सेकंड चिल्ड्रन, दिस फोर्स is directly proportional to the product of their masses. Assume karo there are two bodies, a heavier body and a lighter body. The mass of the heavier body is m1, the mass of the body is m2. Now obviously Newton ने बोला every object attracts every other object. So m1 is attracting m2, m2 is also attracting m1, but it is always the lighter object which will move towards the heavier object. जैसे हम लोग ने अर्थ और एप्पल वाले केस में भी देखा, दोनों भी एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, लेकिन इट इज ऑलवेज द एप्पल दैट कम्स डाउन. अर्थ नेवर गोज अप टू द एप्पल, इट इज ऑलवेज द एप्पल दैट फॉल्स डाउन टुवर्ड्स द अर्थ. तो हमेशा लाइट ऑब्जेक्ट हेवी ऑब्जेक्ट के पास जाता है ऐसे. अब ये जो फोर्स है जो मैंने व्हाइट लाइन से इंडिकेट किया है, दिस फोर्स इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ देयर मासेस. बच्चों लुक एट दिस वर्ड प्रोडक्ट. मैथमेटिक्स में प्रोडक्ट का मतलब होता है मल्टीप्लीकेशन. सो प्रोडक्ट ऑफ देयर मासेस का मतलब हो गया m1 into m2. तो अगर ये पूरे स्टेट को मैं मैथमेटिकल टर्म्स में लिखूं तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा मालूम है? दिस फोर्स मतलब F is directly proportional. I hope you all know by now, 9th में सब पढ़ा है. This alpha sign is called as directly proportional. Force is directly proportional to product of their masses. मतलब F is directly proportional to m1 into m2. या तो simply I can say F is directly proportional to m1 m2. Now children, what do you mean by directly proportional in simple words? In simple words, directly का proportional का मतलब है when one side increases, the other side also increases. But if one side decreases, the other side also decreases. I repeat children, directly proportional का मतलब जब एक साइड बढ़ता है तो दूसरा भी बढ़ता है, अगर एक कम होता है तो दूसरा भी कम होता है. इसका मतलब if the masses is more, तो force is also more. But अगर mass का value is less, तो force का भी value is less. So F is directly proportional to m1, m2. Children, this is then why we are not seeing the force of attraction between our body and the wall. Tell me one thing, as compared to the earth, अपना मास कम है कि ज्यादा है? बहुत कम है. as compared to the earth. Wall का mass ज़्यादा है कि कम है? Obviously, compared to the earth, wall का भी is very, very less. And that is why, क्योंकि mass is less, the force is less. And that is why we are not able to see the force of attraction between our body and the wall. But trust me, भले ही कम है, लेकिन there is some force between you and the wall, you and the chair or the table or wherever you're sitting, you and the door, you with every other object of the universe. So every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. मतलब mathematically F is directly proportional to m1 m2. अच्छा, आगे न्यूटन ने बोला force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Now let me assume दोनों objects के बीच का distance है d. तो अगर न्यूटन ने बोला है force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, तो mathematically मैं लिखूंगा F is inversely proportional to d square, square of the distance. सबसे पहले तो common mistake. Many people read this in a wrong way. People read F is directly proportional to 1 upon d square. Wrong है. अगर 1 upon है ना 1 upon, तो हम लोग को directly नहीं बोलने का, we have to say inversely. So how should I read this? F is inversely proportional to d square. Now children, I want you all to guess. Guess करो inversely proportional का मतलब क्या है? अगर distance ज़्यादा तो force कम. Very good. अगर distance कम तो force ज़्यादा. So that means F is inversely proportional to d square. Children, this is the simple meaning of Newton's law of gravitation. So look at the statement once again. Newton's law of gravitation states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. तो अगर तुम लोग को दिखेगा तो statement के नीचे we have two mathematical expressions. The first is F is directly proportional to m1 into m2, and the second is F is inversely proportional to d square. बच्चों, ये जो दोनों एक्सप्रेशन है ना, ये दोनों को मैं कंबाइन कर सकता हूँ, और अगर मैंने कंबाइन किया तो मुझे मिलेगा F is directly proportional, ऊपर आएगा m1 m2 अपॉन नीचे आएगा d square. So F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. But children, tell me one thing. When we solve a sum or when we write a formula, we use this proportionality sign? No, right? We only use a simple equal to sign. So my job is to convert this proportionality sign into equal to sign. But I cannot do it as it is. There is a rule. The rule is, ये सब तुमने नहीं पढ़ा है. The rule is, when you convert this proportionality into equal to, you have to multiply the right hand side by a constant. I repeat, the rule is, when you convert proportionality to equal to, multiply the RHS by a constant, and here the constant is capital G. याद है तुम लोग 9th में algebra में करते थे, तुम लोग constant लेते थे K. But here I am not saying K, I am writing capital G. So I get a formula, F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. F stands for gravitational force, m1 stands for mass of the first object, m2 stands for mass of the second object, d stands for distance between both the objects. और वो जो capital G है ना, capital G, it's a constant of proportionality, और वो constant का नाम है universal gravitational constant. I repeat, G is called as universal gravitational constant. Now, why the word universal? Because again, as I told you before, wherever you go, irrespective of the conditions, irrespective of the situations, the value of G will never change. It will always remain constant. And that's why G is called as the universal gravitational constant. तो बच्चों, ये है फॉर्मूला न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन का, और फॉर्मूला है F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. Come on now, in your minds, I want you all to tell me, what is F? Yes, it is gravitational force. What is m1? It is the mass of the first object. What is m2? It is the mass of the second object. What is d, children? D, look at the figure. What is d? Distance. And g का तो नाम तुम लोग के सामने है. G is called as the universal gravitational constant. उसका वैल्यू हमेशा सेम रहेगा और उसका जो वैल्यू है वो है इतना. G is equal to 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. बच्चों ये जो वैल्यू है ना बहुत छोटा वैल्यू है, बहुत छोटा वैल्यू. देखो 10 रेज टू क्या है, 10 रेज टू माइनस 11 है. माइनस 11 मतलब डेसिमल के बाद 11 डिजिट होना चाहिए. तो उतना छोटा वैल्यू है इसका, तो उतना लंबा 0.0000 ऐसा 10 डिजिट लिखने से अच्छा आई राइट इट लाइक दिस 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. But children, I'll do something. This value to me seem incomplete. मेरे लिए ये इनकम्प्लीट है. You know why? Because unit is unit. There is no unit. तुम लोग को मालूम है ना फिजिक्स में हम लोग कुछ भी मेजर करते हैं तो एक यूनिट होता है. जैसा अगर फोर्स मेजर करते हैं तो न्यूटन लिखना पड़ता है, डिस्टेंस मेजर करते हैं तो मीटर लिखना पड़ता है, एनर्जी मेजर करते हैं तो जूल्स लिखना पड़ता है. वैसे ही जी का भी तो यूनिट है. अब लेट अस ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द यूनिट ऑफ जी. अब सिंपल लॉजिक ये है कि अगर मुझे जी का यूनिट चाहिए तो मेरे पास जी का फॉर्मूला होना चाहिए. अब ये वाला फॉर्मूला देखो बच्चों, इफ यू सी दिस फॉर्मूला हियर, ये फॉर्मूला में जी आता है लेकिन ये फॉर्मूला जो है वो जी का नहीं है, एफ का है. बट एक बात बोलूं, I can actually shift m1, m2 and d square on the left hand side and the same formula now become for g. Let's do so. Now d square is in the denominator, so when I shift it there, it goes to the numerator. m1, m2 both are in the numerator, so when they go there, they come in the denominator. तो तुम लोग को मालूम है g का फॉर्मूला क्या बनेगा? g का फॉर्मूला बनेगा f into d square upon m1 into m2. Simple. G is equal to f d square upon m1 m2. Now it's very simple. If I want the SI unit of G, मेरे पास होना चाहिए SI unit of F, SI unit of D, SI unit of m1, SI unit of m2, which is, trust me, very easy. Force का SI unit, force का SI unit is Newton. Look at the next one, D, distance. Distance का SI unit is meter. लेकिन because this is distance square, so I will write meter square upon ये जो मास है उसका SI यूनिट है kg, ये जो दूसरा मास है उसका भी यूनिट है kg, and we all know kg into kg will be kg square. This is the SI unit of G, children. Newton meter square upon नहीं बोलने, हम लोग बोलेंगे पर. So Newton meter square per kg square. So henceforth अगर किसी ने भी पूछा यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट का वैल्यू कितना है तो तुम लोग सिर्फ ये मत बोलना, ये बोलने के बाद यूनिट भी बोलने का. So according to this, the value of G is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 and then the unit Newton meter square per kg square. I repeat Newton's law of gravitation once again. Let us quickly have a recap. We studied in Newton's law of gravitation that every object in the universe attracts every other object with definite force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So mathematically, there are 4 steps. The first step is F is directly proportional to m1, m2. Second step is F is inversely proportional to d square. दोनों को कंबाइन किया तो मिलता है F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. और अगर ये प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी को इक्वल टू में कन्वर्ट किया तो राइट हैंड साइड पे आई मल्टीप्लाई बाय G. So F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square, where G is the universal gravitational constant and इसका value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Now come on children, pick up your pen, open your notebooks, go to a new page and at the top write name of the lesson. Lesson number 1, gravitation. सिर्फ जैसे जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूं वैसे वैसे लिखो बच्चों. Give the heading gravitation. उसके बाद और एक हेडिंग दो, लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूले। गिव द हेडिंग लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूले। अब ये क्या है बच्चों? In this entire lesson, we will be learning many formulas. So it is better if we have all the formulas in a list on the first page itself. अगले पेज में और कुछ नहीं लिखेंगे, सिर्फ जैसे जैसे फॉर्मूला पढ़ेंगे वैसे वैसे लिखते जाएंगे। अभी के लिए ये पेज पूरा जैसा है वैसा ही छोड़ दो एंड स्टार्ट राइटिंग फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट पेज। आई रिपीट, मैंने बोला पहले ग्रेविटेशन नाम लिखने को, उसके बाद मैंने बोला हेडिंग लिखने को लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूला, देन वी लीव द एज इट इज and then we go to the next page and give this heading which is in front of you, Newton's of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. And then start writing the statement bachcho, quick. Statement likho, every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. This force is directly proportional. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. उसके बाद ये सब कुछ लिखने का जरूरत नहीं है, डायरेक्टली यू विल राइट दिस फॉर्मूला। ये जो फॉर्मूला तुम लोग बॉक्स में दिख रहा है, F is equal to G m1 m upon D. Write that formula directly. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon D square. Remember, G is capital. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon D square. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट लाइन में लिखो where G is equal to universal gravitational constant. Where G is equal to universal gravitational constant. और उसके नेक्स्ट लाइन में हम लोग G का वैल्यू लिखेंगे। कम ऑन बच्चों, G is equal to, अच्छे से देख के लिखो, 6.673 into 10 raised to the power minus 11. 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. But don't stop, we need to write the unit. लिखो कैपिटल N, N न्यूटन, बाद में m स्क्वायर का मतलब मीटर स्क्वायर, सो n m स्क्वायर, देन पुट अ स्लैश का मतलब हो गया पर, kg स्क्वायर, n m स्क्वायर पर kg स्क्वायर। तो तुम लोग ने होपफुली g का वैल्यू एक ही ऐसा लिखा है, 6.673 इंटू 10 रेज टू -11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर kg स्क्वायर। All right, children, go to the first page now. Go to the first page. List of formulae. जो हमने खाली छोड़ा था, list of formulae. Go to that page, बच्चों. And वहां पे ये वाला फॉर्मूला लिख दो. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon D square. This is your formula number 1 of the list. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon D square. Okay, now stop writing, put your pens down, and the last topic for today. Bacho, we just studied this new formula, F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square, correct? Let's understand how should we use this formula when it comes to us and the earth. I repeat, हम लोग क्या पढ़ें? We are learning how can I use this formula when we talk about earth and us. तो उसके लिए assume करो पहले there is earth. Earth का mass, suppose it is capital M. Assume करो there is one person on the surface of the earth और वो person का mass is small m. ठीक है? So I have considered two objects, earth and the person. Earth का mass capital M, person का mass is small m. दोनों के बीच का distance. See now when I say दोनों के बीच का distance, मतलब I am talking about the distance between the person from the center of the earth. तो दोनों के बीच का distance, children, don't you think it will be equal to the radius of the earth? Correct? And the radius of the earth here is capital R. So I have assumed earth with mass capital M, a person on it with mass small m, and the distance between both of them equal to the radius of the, and the radius of the is capital R. तो अभी अगर ये जो कैपिटल M, स्मॉल m और R का वैल्यू है मैं यहाँ पे डालूं तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? देखो मुझे ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा. F is equal to G will remain as it is. M1 मतलब mass of the first object, इसका मतलब mass of the, तो M1 के बदले मैंने लिखा कैपिटल M. M2 मतलब mass of the second object, मतलब mass of the person, इसके लिए M के बदले मैंने लिखा small m. And distance here is equal to the radius. तो मुझे मिला F is equal to G capital M small m upon R square. Now children, I want you all to look at this. In our 9th standard, we learned the formula for F and it was a very, very famous formula. F is equal to MA. याद है बच्चों? F is equal to MA. So substituting F is equal to MA in the above equation. Now when I say substituting, मतलब यहाँ पे जो F है उसके बाद मैं लिखूंगा MA, तो मुझे मिलेगा ऐसा कुछ. MA is equal to G M small m upon R square. Now children, pay attention to what I am speaking. Everybody. Look at this A. A का मतलब होता है acceleration, correct? लेकिन when we talk about gravitational force, तो वो acceleration को बोलते हैं acceleration due to gravity. I repeat children, whenever we talk about gravitational force, then that acceleration is called as acceleration due to gravity. है वो acceleration ही, लेकिन उसको अलग से special नाम दिया है. It is acceleration due to gravity और उसका symbol is small g. तो इसके लिए फॉर्मूला में मैंने a के बदले देखो क्या लिख दिया है, g लिख दिया है. तो small g का मतलब होता है acceleration due to gravity. तो अगर मैंने a के बदले g लिखा तो मुझे मिलेगा mg is equal to g m small m upon r square. Now if you see there is a small m here, there is a small m here. So I cancel both the small m's, तो मुझे मिलेगा acceleration due to gravity का फॉर्मूला. G is equal to gm upon r square. बच्चों, this is formula number 2. So go to that list of formula. Don't write any other thing. Write formula number 2 and वो जो box में formula दिख रहा है सिर्फ उतना लिखो. Formula number 2. G is equal to gm upon r square. Come on children. G is equal to gm upon r square. All right. Now, stop writing and look here. Stop writing. Do not get confused between small g and capital G. Small g is the acceleration due to gravity. Capital G, जैसे पीछे वाले slide में देखा, universal gravitational constant. Capital M is the mass of the earth and capital R is the radius of the earth. बच्चों ये G, M और R, ये जो तीन values है ना, वो हम लोग को scientifically already पता है. G का वैल्यू तो मैंने लास्ट टाइम ही डिस्कस किया था, 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर केजी स्क्वायर. मास ऑफ द अर्थ मतलब M, उसका वैल्यू इज दिस मच बच्चों, 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. इट्स अ ह्यूज नंबर. 10 raised to 24 का मतलब होता है 6 के बाद there will be 24 zeros. उतना kg is the mass of the earth. And the radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. तो इसका मतलब g का वैल्यू, m का वैल्यू और r का वैल्यू को पहले से ही पता है। तो इसका मतलब if I substitute these values, I will get something like this. G is equal to, look at this, capital G के बदले मैंने उसका वैल्यू डाला 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. कैपिटल M के बदले मैंने उसका वैल्यू डाला 6 into 10 raised to 24. एंड कैपिटल R स्क्वायर के बदले उसका वैल्यू डाला 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 the whole square. Now children, you don't have to calculate. And you don't have to understand the calculations also. You just have to remember one thing. अगर ये सबको मैंने multiply और divide किया, in short, if I calculate this entire thing, then the value of acceleration due to gravity that I get is this much, 9.77 meter per second square. Children, this is a very, very important value. On Earth, the acceleration due to gravity is 9.77 meter per second square. अब बच्चों ये जो वैल्यू है ना वो बहुत ज्यादा भी नहीं है, बहुत कम भी नहीं है। इसके लिए हम लोग आराम से अर्थ पे चल पाते हैं। तुम लोग को मालूम है मून पे एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी इज वेरी वेरी लेस। इट इज अराउंड 1.6 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। इट इज 1/6 ऑफ दैट ऑफ अर्थ। अर्थ से 6 गुना कम है ग्रेविटी ऑन मून। इसके लिए व्हेन एस्ट्रोनॉट्स गो ऑन मून, they cannot walk on the moon. They have to hop. They have to jump like kangaroos. बट अर्थ पे अपने को जंपिंग नहीं करना पड़ता है। अर्थ पे हम लोग आराम से चल सकते हैं। इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वैल्यू ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, 9.77 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वैल्यू। अभी ये जो वैल्यू है ना बच्चों, वो याद रखना, बिकॉज पूरे लेसन में अपने को ये वैल्यू काम आने वाला है। g is equal to 9.77 meter per second square. I will repeat this entire stuff once again. We spoke about this formula, f is equal to g m1 m2 upon d square. फिर मैंने अर्थ के कंसिडरेशन में ये वैल्यूज डाला। m1 का वैल्यू डाला कैपिटल M, जो कि है मास ऑफ द अर्थ। m2 के बदले डाला स्मॉल m, मास ऑफ द पर्सन। d इज द डिस्टेंस, हियर इट्स द रेडियस। सो f इज इक्वल टू g कैपिटल M स्मॉल m अपॉन r स्क्वायर। लेकिन हमने 9th में पढ़ा है f का वैल्यू ma, तो मैंने f के बदले यहाँ पे लिखा ma, लेकिन यू कैन सी a के बदले मैंने g लिखा है बिकॉज इट इज एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी। Then this small m and small m gets cancelled and we get the formula for acceleration due to gravity. G, m और r का वैल्यूज हमको पहले से ही पता है, तो जब वो हम लोग वैल्यूज डाल के कैलकुलेशन करेंगे तो अर्थ पे एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी मिल जाता है अपने को 9.77 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। So children, we started with this lesson called gravitation and we understood two formulas in gravitation. The first formula was of Newton's law of gravitation. The formula was f is equal to g m1 m2 upon d square. And the second formula is this, which is in front of you, acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to gm upon r square. I hope ये सब तुम लोग को समझ में आया है। होमवर्क मैं तुम लोग को ग्रुप पे भेजूंगा, सो अच्छे से देखना, चेक करना ग्रुप पे, एंड देन डू योर होमवर्क सिंसियरली। And to end, I have one simple small request, children. Today I waited till 6:10 and then I started the lecture. So please stop coming late, start logging in on time. We are at home only, कुछ काम नहीं है, तो अच्छे से टाइम पे लॉग इन करो, तो टाइम पे लेक्चर खत्म होगा, टाइम पे पोर्शन खत्म होगा और किसी का टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होगा। So let us respect our time. Teacher and all the other students coming and waiting only for you is not a good and a healthy sign. So henceforth, I will request Dhruv sir to come what may start the lecture at 5:05 or 6:05 or 7:05. जो लोग लेट आते हैं भले लेट आने दो, उनका मिस होने दो। Yes, Dhruv sir, am I correct?
Absolutely correct, sir. I was doing that for some time, but then a lot of people were not joining in, so I thought we'll go to 6:10. But now we'll just wait for 5 minutes, sir.
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I'm done for the day.
Okay, sir.